One of the things that you might notice after you've navigated the homepage is that there are these little tiny icons at the bottom of the screen. So from left to right, we have the calendar, we have the search, we have favorites, and we have the profile. The first one we're going to go over is the calendar. So I'm going to click on the calendar. And what the calendar does, very similar to how the activity groups were set up, the calendar is set up again chronologically by date and time. So if you notice at the top, you have exercise support and virtual. So this is a place where, as we saw before, there were a lot of virtual groups, but maybe you really want to dial it down to something that is local to you. Now, I do want to suggest, especially because today is January 20th of 2021, that, and this would be true no matter the time, is always reach out to the group before you show up. Sometimes groups don't meet, sometimes groups go on hiatus, and we really rely on you and those groups to reach out to us when that happens. So while we really try to keep the most up-to-date information that we can, we do want to make sure that before you show up to a group, that number one, you reach out to whoever's in charge of the group, and number two, that group's still meeting, so you don't show up and then that group maybe that has the week off, or maybe they took a month off, or maybe they've moved locations. So we want to make sure that you have the best information possible. And we will go over in a later video how you or another group can reach out to us if something is not correct on our app or on our website. To show you a little bit more though about the calendar, what you're going to do is you're going to notice that you're going to see exercise groups for today, Wednesday, January 20th. Now, if you notice something says at private, that's because the group has requested that their personal private information isn't shared. You will have an option, however, to reach out to that group, just like I suggested earlier, to find out a little bit more about them and to get connected with them. So for example, if I click on this exercise group, it will tell you what city it meets in and what it is and who it's for, but it doesn't have an address or anything like that. And so you can either go to their website or you can call Gretchen, who's in charge of this group, or you can email her. So if I click to call Gretchen, it's going to show me a little phone number, and I can click on that number and I can give her a call. I can email Gretchen, and what it does is it brings me into my email and gives me the option to shoot her an email pretty quickly. I'm going to cancel this out. I'm going to delete that draft, and I'm going to go back to the PD&Me app just like we did before. And I'm going to actually go back again. And I want to show you, if you decide you want support groups, you just click support. If you want to click virtual groups, you click virtual. Now again, virtual groups, this is going to take a little while to load, because virtual groups can be shown to anybody anywhere. And these include, you have especially a lot of virtual exercise groups, but these include free and paid groups for exercise specifically. So no matter who you are, no matter where you are going to see all of our virtual groups that we have in the app, but the support groups will be notated by day and by time, not necessarily by distance. So it's really important to keep that in mind. And there is about a 50-mile radius. If you're in an area, however, where there may not be something within 50 miles, the radius will grow a little bit so that you can see if there's something that you might want to go to that might be a little bit further away, but what's near to you. Or if you think your area needs a support group, reach out to us, because we're always doing support group leader training, and maybe you could start your own.